enjoying a tour of Lindsay's backyard here. His secret garden.
That's a mess.
Well, you know what? This is real life, right?
Yeah, it is. Get the cans.
Oh, he has a lovely Japanese maple here. Look at that.
This is, I have a few. They use it in flower arranging, and it's called Aromatelicum. My mom used to grow this at her house. And it goes completely dormant, and then it comes up in the spring like this. It's a really good act. You want? I'll give you this.
All right.
And then you can divide it up, but it only gets about that big. They use it to cover the frog, thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that hornbeam. You want to talk about your hornbeam, Lindsay? Your famous hornbeam? This is the back, right? Or the front?
Yeah, it's backwards. I repotted it this year, and they all come out later. And got it from. Let's see, who did I get this from? Oh, I got it from Phelan up here.
Benny Kim.
Yeah, Benny Kim.
Oh, this must have been many years ago.
Yeah. So it's just budding out right now.
Look at that trident. It's just pushing growth.
This is that, you got to get the weeds out, but this is that iris.
Oh, very different.
Yeah.
Much bigger.
Yeah, so you have to divide it up.
I noticed your benches are not traditional wood.
Yeah, this is that Trek stuff.
How do you like
Plastic and wood. Well, it lasts forever. But my benches over here started to lean like this. So I got this big chain and
ratchet. The ratchet, and you just come along it.
Yeah, I put it back, and I got to do a little bit more, and then pack it with cinders, a lava rock, and then I'm going to put braces in there.
I noticed they kind of bend a little more than your regular wood, so you get a little more supportive.
Yeah, they should be closer together.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about your garden.
Oh, well, I made more room because I donated a tree, that liquid amber from Winter Silhouettes is down in Wild Animal Park.
Oh wow! So you gotta.
I donated there, so now I have more room on my benches. I can put another trees up there.
Go down. Let's go down there. Let's go down the row. You want to talk about each tree? If you like your favorite one.
Well, I don't know. I kind of consider this my my favorite tree. This Korean hornbeam. Japanese black pine. I had that for probably going on 40 years.
Oh, wow.
This is trident maple that I got from Vicky. And Vicky, it was in the winter time, and Vicky had it in a bunch of cinders. Well, I took it home and there was no roots on it.
It was a fresh
import.
Import. Oh.
So I go, boy, this thing better live, So she wanted 800 for it. I bought it for 500.
Back in the days. This is back in the.
And it was started out about this tall, and the roots were beautiful, and so now it's that big. And this is another trident. Let's see, this is Benny Kim, I think. Benny Kim.
I noticed you putting it's like a pot on top of your turntable. Is there any reason why?
Well, yeah, so I could raise it up. I could get other plants around it.
Oh, more volume, more space, more volume, right? Right? More surface area. I get it. It's smart though.
And then this is another Korean hornbeam from Benny Kim. These are years ago. This is they call it turtleback.
Why?
Because of the bulbous base on this tree. It's a type of, it's a Zelkova. And it's kind of ugly. But anyway, it was a inheritance from the Komais.
Oh,
Yeah, this was in one of the first or second bonsai in California books, and it was smaller and smaller this way.
legacy tree, basically.
Yeah, legacy tree.
Oh.
This is Oriental liquid amber, sprout style. I made from a cutting.
A cutting.
Yeah, and imagine a tree like this. Is a tree like this, and there was like sprouts on the side, and I made a divot, and I made a cutting out of those little sprouts years ago, and so that's what it turned out to be. And
That's a nursery stock, old nursery stock at one point.
yeah, it was in a 7-gallon can, and I made a cutting off of the side of it. Anyway, so that's what that is, and then that's twisted pomegranate. This is one of my first pine trees I've made, and it just got overgrown, and now I'm trying to get it back into some kind of shape. So that's work in progress. And this is a maple forest that the club made years ago.
I remember.
Yeah. So hopefully this coming winter silhouettes, we'll use this as an auction piece. Everybody worked on it in the club.
I remember
Put
that.
together.
That was a good, what, 4 years? 5 years?
Maybe five.
That's been a while.
Yeah. Some odds and ends. Some blue atlas. That's a cedrus microphylla, I think. That one. This is Harry's tree, another legacy tree. Harry Harrow's tree. And that was Harry's tree back there. That's an oak. I'm not sure what kind, gold cup oak. I'm not sure what it is. But it was in an auction when they were auctioning off a lot of his things. So at the Riverside convention. So I got that. The pot's really unique too. It's really an unusual pot. Crabapple, fruiting crabapple. This is a tree. Oh, Harry gave me this. Harry gave me this tree.
Master digger, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's really nice. Hinoki cypress, dwarf Hinoki cypress.
That's a big oak.
This is California live oak. Big Al Nelson dug this one.
Another big oak.
Yeah, this is actually a gold cup oak, I believe.
Is there any difference?
It
The bark looks different compared to the
I think the
field.
bark is different. This is the back. Wow, I can't turn it around right now. But anyway, it has a little more holly-like leaves.
Is there any reason why you turn your trees? If people don't understand why we turn our trees.
Oh yeah. Well, see. Okay, you can look. Come over here. See this part? This wasn't turned enough last year, and so the back side got really sparse. So the other side is a lot fuller because it got more sunlight, south and west sides. So you want to make sure you turn it more, maybe once every couple months or something, so it gets light all around, so it doesn't get weak on one side.
Oh, that's a good tip for a lot of people. A lot of people are lazy like me. They forget and leave it one side only.
And this is a giant tree that I dug out. That
Looks like a California juniper.
yeah, you get these trees that you kind of lose interest for a while, so I'm on the process of thinning this one out and bringing it back. And this is a cork pine from the Comais estate. It was really, really weak, but I got it back to health.
So we're not talking about quantity. We're talking about quality trees, right? When we're at this stage of development.
Yeah, this one's kind of weak. This is a cork pine from Nevada, Frank Nevada. And this is a California I dug. So I got it in a pod. I trained it, wired it once, kind of let it breathe, and now I'm gonna wire it again this early summer.
I noticed you don't have a watering system. You everything by hand or overhead sprinklers?
Oh, this bench is on drip.
It's on drip. Okay.
And then the rats eat the ends. Anyway, and the other whole bench is spray.
Deciduous versus conifers.
Well, trees that don't mind the bark getting wet,
Okay.
I have a spray. And trees that have nice bark or something, I'll put on this bench so it doesn't get wet all the time. But it goes on twice a day in the summer.
Oh.
Twice a day. You know, you have it on a timer, you get lazy. So keep an eye on that.
And of course, if you didn't know, Lindsay has a small nursery. Small. It's relative to people. So if you're looking for material, Lindsay's gonna have some still.
We have twisted pomegranates. We have some junipers. We have a few kiyohime and kotohime and maples. Some seiju elms. Let's see. There's some old prostratas that are 30-some years old.
Are those the ones that when you got married? Is that the one you planted?
Yeah. So
You still have some.
It'll be 31 years this fall.
Are you gonna keep one just for posterity?
Yeah, I'm there's a couple I want to save. That's right. And let's see. These are actually some quince that Takshimazu grew, and I'm keeping an eye on which branches have the red and the white. They're Toyo Nishiki, and so and you propagate those. Some are all red. The red ones stay red, and if they're white with little stripes, then a lot of times they'll get darker, kind of like Satsuki. They'll get darker flowers on the same branch. And yeah, I'm growing a lot of seedlings, maple seedlings.
So are you specializing? It looks like you're paring down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's a mess. I had a windstorm the other day. Yeah, I'm trying to stay with cork and scrub oaks, a few types of Japanese maples, and let's see, what else? Some pomegranates, twisted pomegranates, and some of the cork elms over there.
Oh, I see. You still have the sign over there, the Mount Fuji sign.
Yeah, I can't get rid of that souvenir.
Well, if you want to come down and if you're looking for some deciduous material, you just heard, Lindsay got some. So, some ideas. If you need some supplies, hit up Lindsay now.
Or bring your tree in. I'll give you a hand.
Well, that's right. And you're setting up a shop here soon?
Hopefully this June I might start another beginning class, and then I'll start some workshops maybe.
Especially when we don't have any more new beginner teachers anywhere. It's very rare now. So
from scratch.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice having a sensei that will start from beginners.
Yeah. So that's the plan anyway.
All right, and then Lindsay, you're located in Lido Creek, correct?
Right. We're downtown Lido Creek. Well, I don't know if you call it downtown. We're out in the Tules, and it's about 6 miles north of the 15 freeway.
All right, I'll put the link and I'll give your phone number at least so people can contact you directly.
Okay.
But thanks a lot, Lindsay.
All right. Thanks for coming.